So July 25th, 2019, my name is Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections. This is the attic evaluation for the single-family home in South Salem, Oregon. As with all the videos in this report, we request that you view this video as supplemental to the written version of the report to which this video has been attached. At the time of inspection, there were just a couple of reportable challenges in this truss-framed attic space. Before we get to those challenges, we'll define a couple of the items that are here. We have blown-in insulation, trusses, which are framing members which are designed and then fabricated off-site, typically craned up on the roof and then simply laid out and secured to the roof line rather than being built on site. The roof sheathing is oriented strand board, more commonly known as OSB. A couple challenges we'll identify. First is that we have two lengths of duct, presumably from a bathroom, two bathrooms, which are supposed to be nesting completely inside one of the covered roof vents. At that location, we're actually sharing the exhaust location with two of them. We'd recommend having those relocated so that, or at least one of them relocated so that we can have complete exhausting to the exterior. You can see a small amount of organic growth buildup around the left-hand side of that duct. Second, we've identified staining along the underside of this roof line. This is characteristic with organic growth, typically common to areas with poor ventilation. This area is the impacted area appears to be isolated to a total of what we would estimate to be 16 sheets of sheathing. So 4x8 sheets. There's one there, and there. So 4 up and 4 over appear to be impacted by this organic growth to one extent or another. As we descend the roof line, it appears to get worse, and as we ascend the roof line, it appears to get worse, with the highest concentration being the left-hand side of this structure. We would recommend having somebody who's capable of evaluating this sort of attic space be up here on a fairly regular basis to make sure that no small challenges turn into significant issues. In particular, we should be looking for leaks first in our attic space before we look for leaks inside the living space. Typically, a minor leak will show up much earlier in an attic with the insulation absorbing the bulk of the water, and then you'll typically have leaks on the interior portion of the space once that insulation is overwhelmed. Again, maintaining a tight roof line and evaluating the attic space on a fairly regular basis will do a lot to make sure that your small roof leaks don't turn into significant costly issues. Finally, as we turn the corner here to the entrance area, we can note that one of the trusses has actually been altered. This is considered to be a potentially significant structural challenge. You can see here that the truss that is, we call it 7 from the front at the garage, has actually been physically removed. This structure was engineered to have all of its structural members intact and unaltered in any way. We'd recommend evaluation by a licensed structural engineer and repair by a licensed contractor per the recommendation from the engineer. This has been Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections.